Have you ever wondered how African societies maintain gender balance and harmony? In this vast world of diverse cultures and traditions, Africa stands out with its unique societal structures. One such intriguing concept is African Complementarchy. This term might be new to many, but it has been the cornerstone of African societies for centuries. African Complementarchy is an indigenous societal structure that promotes gender balance and harmony. It is the African male-female complementarian rule that ensures a balance of power and responsibilities between genders. Now you might ask, how does this differ from Western perspectives of gender roles and equality? Well, while the Western concept of gender equality often focuses on creating identical opportunities and responsibilities for both genders, African Complementarchy emphasizes the unique strengths and roles of each gender. It is not about making men and women the same, but rather about appreciating and leveraging their differences to achieve societal harmony. In African Complementarchy, men and women are seen as two halves of a whole, each with their own unique contributions to make. Men and women are not competing against each other. Instead, they work together, complementing each other like the yin and yang. The societal outcomes of this structure are fascinating, as it produces ongoing and recurring gender balance and complementarity. It's important to note that African Complementarchy is not a one-size-fits-all concept. Its implementation varies across different African societies, each with its unique cultural, historical, and economic contexts. Nevertheless, the core value of gender balance and harmony remains consistent across these diverse settings. In a world where conversations about gender equality often revolve around sameness, African Complementarchy offers a refreshing perspective. It challenges the conventional wisdom and redefines our understanding of gender balance. African Complementarchy, a societal structure that redefines our understanding of gender balance. The foundation of African Complementarchy is deeply rooted in the societal values and norms of African communities. At the heart of African Complementarchy lies a societal premise that is both simple and profound: the notion of mutual respect and interdependence between the genders. This is not just about equality in the abstract sense, but rather a holistic understanding of the inherent value and unique contributions of both men and women. In many African societies, there is a fundamental belief that men and women are like the two halves of a whole, each bringing their own strengths and capabilities to the table. This is not a zero-sum game where one's gain is the other's loss. Instead, it's about recognizing that when men and women work together, they can achieve far more than they could separately. African Complementarchy is built on the idea that men and women are different, but these differences are not a cause for division or discord. Rather, they are a source of strength and richness, providing a balance that benefits the entire community. This societal structure fosters cooperation, rather than competition between genders. It encourages men and women to support each other, to learn from each other, and to grow together. It's not about who's in charge or who's superior, it's about working together in a complementary manner, each playing their part in a larger collective endeavor. In African Complementarchy, there's a deep respect for the unique roles and responsibilities of each gender. Men and women are seen as equal partners, each with their own distinct yet equally important contributions to make. This perspective shifts the focus away from power struggles and towards a more harmonious coexistence. This structure of African Complementarchy, with its emphasis on mutual respect and interdependence, provides a powerful framework for gender relations, one that promotes balance, harmony, and cooperation. It's a model that offers valuable insights and lessons, not just for Africa but for the world at large. In African Complementarchy, gender roles are not a battlefield but a harmonious symphony. What if I told you that gender balance in African societies is not a struggle, but a natural outcome? In the context of African Complementarchy, the balance between genders isn't achieved through a tug-of-war or power struggle. Instead, it's a harmonious dance, a natural rhythm that pulses through the very fabric of society. It's a concept that might seem alien to many, but in African societies it's as everyday as sunrise and sunset. At the heart of African Complementarchy lies the principle of interdependence. The roles of males and females aren't seen as competing forces but as complementary parts of a whole. Each gender has its unique strengths and responsibilities, and together, they create a society that's balanced and complete. This interdependence isn't just philosophical, it's practical and plays out in real life. For instance, in many African societies, men traditionally take on roles that require physical strength, such as hunting. Women, on the other hand, often handle tasks related to nurturing, such as child rearing. Neither role is seen as superior or inferior to the other. Instead, they're viewed as equally vital for the survival and prosperity of the community. But don't mistake this for rigid gender roles. Flexibility is an integral part of African complementarchy. Men and women often step into each other's roles when necessary, further emphasizing the interdependence between genders. Mutual respect is another cornerstone of this philosophy. In African complementarchy, no gender is seen as less valuable or less worthy of respect. Each has its own unique contribution to make, and together, they form a societal symphony that's rich, diverse, and harmonious. In essence, the African complementarchy doesn't force gender balance, it inherently promotes it. It's a societal model that recognizes the unique strengths of each gender, values their contributions equally, and fosters a mutual respect and interdependence that naturally leads to balance. African complementarchy gives us a fresh perspective on achieving gender balance. Are African societies truly egalitarian, or is it just a rosy picture painted by African complementarchy? Let's delve into the misconceptions and realities surrounding this core African value. One common misconception is that African complementarchy purports to offer a utopian society with perfect gender equality. However, this is not the case. African complementarchy doesn't claim to present a utopia, but rather a balanced and harmonious society where both genders complement each other in their roles and responsibilities. It's about recognizing the inherent strengths and abilities of each gender, and leveraging these for the overall development of the society. Another misconception is that African complementarchy suppresses individuality and personal aspirations in favor of societal norms. However, it's important to understand that this value system encourages personal development within the context of societal harmony. It's not about suppressing individuality, but about fostering a sense of collective responsibility and mutual respect. Now, let's shed some light on the realities of African complementarchy and its positive impact on communities. For instance, in many African societies, it has indeed fostered a balanced approach to leadership, with men and women sharing power and decision-making responsibilities. It has also encouraged a holistic upbringing for children, with both parents playing active roles in their development. Moreover, African complementarchy has contributed to societal stability by promoting mutual respect and understanding between the genders. It nurtures an environment where both men and women can thrive and contribute to their communities in meaningful ways. Yet it's essential to acknowledge that African complementarchy, like any other societal system, has its challenges. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution, and its implementation varies across different societies and contexts. But its core tenets of balance, respect, and mutual complementarity provide a solid foundation for fostering healthy and harmonious societies. In conclusion, African complementarchy is not a fairy tale, but a reality in many African societies. It's a value system that promotes harmony, balance, and mutual respect, contributing to the overall development and stability of these societies. As we traverse through the African ethos of gender balance, what are the key insights we can draw? Well, to comprehend the essence of African complementarchy, we must first acknowledge its intrinsic societal premise. It is a principle rooted in the belief that males and females are not adversaries but rather complementary equals. They are two halves of a whole, each bringing unique and essential qualities to the societal structure. This understanding forms the bedrock of African societies, driving the dynamics of gender relations and societal roles. The societal outcomes of African complementarchy are strikingly evident in the gender balance it fosters. By valuing the distinct attributes and contributions of each gender, it encourages a harmonious coexistence, where power and responsibilities are shared rather than contested. This is not a utopian ideal, but a tangible reality in numerous African societies, where men and women work side by side, governing and nurturing their communities in tandem. However, the understanding of African complementarchy is not without its misconceptions. Many perceive it through the lens of Western feminism or patriarchy, missing its unique essence. It is neither about the domination of one gender over the other, nor about the struggle for equality in a system of disparity. It is about mutual respect, shared responsibility, and the recognition of the inherent value of both genders. Imagine the potential of applying these principles globally. The world could move beyond gender wars, beyond the struggle for power, and towards a society where men and women are truly complementary equals, where differences are not a source of conflict, but a reason for celebration, where each gender is valued for its unique contribution, leading to a balanced, harmonious society. So, as we conclude this exploration, let's remember that African complementarchy is not just an African phenomenon, but a universal principle that could guide us towards a more balanced world. African complementarchy, a testament to the power of mutual respect and interdependence in creating balanced societies. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to keep up with the latest content.